Hello everyone, here's some flowers, I hope you like them. Today I thought I'd film a bit of a different video. I thought that since I brought these yesterday for myself and I have my vase of water here, I thought let me just do a bit of amateur DIY flower arranging while I update you all. So what I'm first going to do is just cut these open so you don't have to hear the ASMR noise. By the way, these are from Asda. They were £3 and they are rose and spray carnation posy. Now when I say flower arranging, I literally mean picking up each flower, snipping the end diagonally and putting it into my vase. And this vase is quite tall actually as well, so I don't want to sit them too much. I thought I need to do this anyway, and I haven't actually had time to properly sit down and film for a good 2 weeks now because we spent 1 week down south with my family, and then when I came back I started my new job role, which is being a supply teacher. So Alhamdulillah, I've been doing that for about a week, and I say about a week because I'm doing it part-time at the moment for 3 days a week, and then we'll see how things get on. I haven't worked, as you know, since last July. So that's 6 whole months of not working, and the word grateful is not strong enough to explain like how happy I am that I'm back at work. And I'm also very grateful that it is 3 days at the moment because it's been a while, you know. I've had a very long break and I'm definitely ready to come back. But the role of being a supply teacher is different. That's what I can say. It's definitely different to having your own class. Every single day is very different. You kind of have to go in with a very open mind, and you also have to be able to just go with the flow. I don't think everyone could be a supply teacher, to be honest, but yeah, it's different. I will do a whole Teacher Talk Tuesday video about supply teaching when I've been in the gig for a little while longer, because it's literally been 3 days as I'm filming this, so I don't want to be like, so this is my whole experience, because I haven't really had a proper experience yet. But the main thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was I had a couple of questions after my last Get Ready With Me about my sense of smell and the fact that I haven't been able to smell properly since I was 18, and that means that I'm 24 now, so let's do the maths. That's 6 years of not being able to smell properly. And it's one of those things, right, where you kind of just take for granted. You wake up in the morning, you can see, you can taste, you can smell, you can feel, and you can hear. Your 5 senses are things that we just take for granted, and I definitely used to have such a good sense of smell. I used to have the sharpest sense of smell like my dad. And then literally when I was 18, so at some point after I turned 18, my sense of smell suddenly just it really significantly reduced, and everything that I was used to kind of changed. So in my family, on my mum's side, it's kind of a hereditary thing where they have sinus issues and breathing problems. My mum and my mum, so my mum's brother, they've actually had operations for their breathing problems. And now, Alhamdulillah, I don't think I have a breathing problem, so I really wasn't sure what was going to happen. Like I said, in the Get Ready With Me, I had a doctor's appointment, and I didn't know what to expect. And I did say in that video as well that I have used a lot of these nasal sprays that you can get from supermarkets and pharmacies and stuff, and nothing had really worked. So I went to the doctors, and she said that the first thing they'd want to do is try me on a nasal spray that's from a pharmacy, so obviously a stronger one than one in the supermarket, and that basically see how that goes for 3 to 6 months, and then if that doesn't make a difference, then to come back, and then they would have to look more into the internal workings of my nose and see, you know, if there's something that's been blocking it. But she didn't seem that concerned. I was, because of my previous experience with these nasal sprays, I was a bit like, a bit skeptical, like, I don't know if it's gonna work, is this a waste of my time? But you know, here in Scotland, like, medication is free, and I just thought that I've got nothing to lose. I might as well give it a go. I guess from the five senses, if I had to choose to lose one, it would be my sense of smell, because obviously if you lose your sense of taste, and by the way, those are interconnected, so if you have a really good sense of smell, you can taste your food really well. And obviously you guys know, like, you must know when you get a cold, when you're not feeling well and your nose is blocked, then your taste is affected too. You don't really feel like eating, your taste buds are not like, oh, this is like my yummy lasagna. You can't taste the food properly. So my taste buds, like, that's the thing. I do think they were affected, but not massively. Like, I don't think it's a problem with like my nose being blocked like internally. I'm not sure what's wrong with my nose, honestly, but sometimes my sense of smell would, like, if I had to like quantify it, I'd say like maybe 30% of the time I could get whiffs of a smell. And the most frustrating thing would be like when somebody would be like, oh, smell my perfume. And then I literally, like, if it's someone really close to me, I'd eventually just be like, yeah, can't actually smell, like my sense of smell's gone, and I'd be honest. But if it's like a colleague or, you know, someone I don't know that well, I'd be like, oh yeah, that smells nice, and actually not being able to smell at all, which, you know, it's not great. And apart from the fact that I'd have to pretend that I could smell, it just wasn't nice to not be able to pick up on scents, and I just got really lazy with it, and I thought, you know, there's nothing I can really do. And I went to the doctors, I booked an appointment in with my GP, and I was seen to by a nurse. And honestly, like, I can laugh about it now, but at the time it was very frustrating, and the reason why it took me 6 years to get real help was because of this experience. So I went in and she was like, what's the problem? Like, how come you're here today? And I told her, I was like, I can't smell anything. And she was like, okay, like, when did this start happening? And I was like, yeah, so it was like after I turned 18. And she literally just laughs at me. She literally, like, she started laughing and she was like, haha, so when you turn 18, your nose decides I'm not gonna work no more. And I was like, I've come to you with like a genuine problem and you're laughing. Like, it was really discouraging. And, you know, I'm not the kind of person to like be rude or disrespectful. Basically, she just said, like, just try a nasal spray, try a saline solution spray and see what happens. But it did really put me off at the age of 18. I just thought, like, that was humiliating. I just got laughed at, and I didn't have much confidence and faith in my previous doctor surgery. It was so hard to ever get an appointment, and yeah, it was just disappointing, honestly. So I never really bothered, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I never bothered to look into it. Now, as you guys know, like I said at the start of this video, I've not had work. By the way, this is my beautiful bouquet. I'm quite happy with that, you know. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red roses. And then we've got these beautiful sprigs. I mean, £3. That's amazing. Thank you, Asda. Thank you very much. I brought that with my money, by the way, but thank you just for providing us with such beautiful flowers. So I'll put this here. But yeah, so I just accepted it. I just thought there's not really anything I can do. Nothing seems to be working. And then it took me having a lot of time on my hands to actually be like, yeah, maybe I should like look into this now. Maybe I should start prioritizing my health and myself taking myself a bit more seriously. So I went to doctors, and basically she prescribed me with this. Now I'm gonna put this up close and hopefully it's gonna focus. And if you can't see it, it's looking a bit bright in the camera. I will write this down below because I know a few of you are saying, like, I've had really like odd problems with my nose recently. I feel like my sense of smell is gone. I would recommend you go to your doctor and you maybe just state this name. It's Avamys, Avamys, and it's the 27.5 milligram spray. It's a nasal spray. It's got 120 sprays in it, and basically I use this every single day. And I have to put it in my nose twice, like 2 pumps, like once a day. It just looks like this. It's got a little lid, and you have to close one nostril and put it in the other nostril and just squirt in and then breathe out, and then do the same for the other nostril and repeat the process. And I was, like I said, I was very skeptical because I've tried all of these ones from Boots and pharmacies and stuff, and nothing worked. But alhamdulillah, 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 this stuff seems to be working. I'm not feeling 100% right now, so my nose is actually blocked, but within 24 hours, so much of my sense of smell returned, and it was so overwhelming because imagine like you've not been able to smell for 6 years and then suddenly like you can smell the chocolate you're eating and you're walking past like flowers and you can smell them, and when you're spraying your perfume suddenly you're getting like, it's like, imagine like if you can see in terms of sight, like imagine if you can only see like a tiny bit and then suddenly like the world opens and you can see so much. That's how I felt with my nose after I started using this. Like I could smell so many things, and it's funny because like I was so grateful and so shocked and surprised, and like I just got so used to not being able to smell, I've forgotten what it was like. So it is still the biggest blessing, honestly, that the fact that this medication is doing something to the inside of my nose to allow scents to come in. Alhamdulillah, like it's amazing. And then you forget, like, oh, that means I'm gonna have to smell the gross stuff too, you know? And like I'm like, oh wow, I can actually smell that nappy, and oh, somebody let something rip and I can smell that now. And interestingly, so you guys know I love this stuff. This is my absolute like favorite acid ever. It's the Alpha H liquid gold. But in the years and years I've been using this, I've not been able to smell it. And so the other day when I was putting it on, I was like, whoa, what is that smell? And I realized it must have been this stuff. And I've heard that this has like quite a strong smell before, and obviously because I couldn't really smell, I couldn't talk about it. And that's the same with everything. Like I couldn't comment on smells when I was doing product reviews. I couldn't like give a description of my experience of it because I couldn't smell before, and now I can. Honestly, like it's amazing. Like it just makes me so grateful that I'm living in a place where I'm able to get the medication I need to be able to function normally. And you know, your sense of smell is not the be all and end all. If you can't smell but you can still walk and talk and experience life, you know, it wasn't the end of the world. But at the same time, it's such a blessing to now be able to just pick something up and smell it. And I will say that like my sense of smell is still, it's not the most reliable, I would say, like, but I do think that at least 80% of the time I can smell so much better than I could before, and it's basically changed my whole life. So if you guys are having problems with your sense of smell as well, I can't tell you why, I can't tell you what triggered it, I can't tell you what caused it, I can't tell you if it's hereditary or if it's just random, but I can say that this is the only thing that's helped for me. So again, I'm gonna leave it down below, and I really hope it helps for you guys as well if it's something that you've been struggling with, because trust me, I know the struggle is real. And yeah, alhamdulillah, I can smell again and it's great, and I'm very happy. So that's it really, that's my life update. I've started working part-time, alhamdulillah, and I can smell again. And honestly, those are two things which in the past I've taken for granted, and I will never take them for granted again. I'm very grateful to be back in employment, and I'm very grateful to be able to smell something. Alright. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope you find it helpful if you're somebody who's been struggling as well. And I will see you in the next one. Make sure you hit subscribe and click thumbs up before you leave. I'll see you soon. Bye.